Okay, so our account list component .ts is still completely empty and we need to populate it. So this portion of the code we will need to simply write. So it's import component from, and this is the standard thing that we need to write, Angular core. Angular core. Okay. Next up, we're gonna need to import account. So import account. So this we are basically just doing this again from dot represents the current folder and then slash to where we're going within that current folder. So account dot model. Okay. So do you know where we are importing this from? Well, it says here account.model.ts. Okay, account.model, that is what we're looking for. So account.model does exist. If you go in it, there is a class account. It's right here. So if we go back to the TS, it says import and then we state account. So we just, the account is right here. And then account.model, which is right here in the name. You see account.model. Okay, so that basic import is done. Next up, we need to actually construct our component. So let's go ahead and do that. Component here. And here we go. Let's begin writing. So the first thing that we're going to need to do is create a selector. Selector colon accounts dash list, and then just we need a comma. So selector is a name of an HTML tag that marks this component. So this account dash list will interrelate to this. So it says here accounts dash list, and here we're creating a selector for that selector with the same name. So accounts dash list. This is how AngularJS will know what is tied to what and where to insert what sort of code. I'll come back to this in a moment when we actually do a demo in the part 3, I guess. You will see how that HTML code and logic is inserted into a certain place on the main page, so to say. And we're of course going to need a template for this. So template URL, and we're gonna need app slash account slash accounts underline list. So we need to specify a path component.html, and this is the path for the HTML file within the account folder. Okay, so next up, we're gonna need to give it a URL for the styles. So style URLs, and we're gonna go ahead and do that as well. So just put the quote marks and then type in app slash account slash accounts underline list. So we're just plugging in the CSS component dot CSS, and of course we need the, it's showing me red dots, which is always a very bad thing. So that should solve the issue. I don't know why there's another red dot. Do you seriously require a colon here, a comma here? No, it's gonna go away. So we'll fix that along the merry way, but yep, there we go, it's gone. So we just need to actually continue writing the code. And now we need to go ahead and use this one. So export class accounts list. This boom sound that you just heard, that is the Linux in the background telling me that I should really perform the 70 some updates that have been pending for a while, but I am not gonna do that. Not now anyway. So we're gonna type in export in order and then create a class accounts list. We're exporting it so that we may use it elsewhere. That's very important that we export it. I've explained it before so that it's reusable. And it says accounts list. So let's go ahead and open up our tags. And the red dot is gone. No more. Anyway, now within this class, we will have to pull something out of the app component.ts because we no longer want it to be located here. We would like to pull this portion of the code and place it there. So I have again marked it for myself here where to begin the copy process. So just copy all of this and go to here. So you see, take a good long look what you need to copy. So where am I beginning the copy and where am I ending it? And then press Control X, take that, and plug it back into the other TS file here. Just Control V and paste it. So there you go. It's all here now. There's nothing, the code is not different. The code is the same, except we are separating it. Go back into the app component.ts file. And we're going to need to copy something else as well. So this part down below. So these two methods down below, we would also like to grab them and put them into the account lists TS file. Okay, so now that they are here, press Control S to save, and that's it. So you see, now we have successfully constructed our accounts underline list.component.ts file. We have everything that we need from there, and we have pulled everything that we have needed from the other files as well. So information is no longer stored there, it is stored here. Now it is completely separated. The other work that we will need to perform is actually in relation to the TS file. So we're going to need to modify it a little bit. So app component.ts, we need to go here. And I no longer need these markations. So I can remove this. And never mind the commented code down below. That is just, I will get to that. All of it will be explained. There are some things which I haven't implemented yet, so you don't have to really worry about that at all. So the very first thing that we will need to change is this part here. But I think I'm going to go ahead and explain that in part 3 and give you a demo as well, because I have a directives here that needs to be plugged in, and we will need to make we will need to do additional imports with modified paths in order to take into consideration the new account folder that we made. So thus far, our imports, as you can see, we've just been stating dot current folder and then grab something from the current folder. This is no longer valid. We need to add a path, an absolute path to this account.model. So we need to say current folder, then go into the account folder and then find account.model. So bid you farewell, and I'll see you in the follow-up.